Hello! How's it going? How is it going? Happy Friday! I feel like I'm owed this Friday. I did a lot this week, man. I had a really busy week. I just got done doing hours of yard work. Because now that it's finally stopped raining. Hello, everybody. Hello, Citrus. Welcome in. Now that it's stopped, raining and there's no more snow on the ground, I kind of realized, I was like, my yard looks like poop. And I can't be the guy on the block, the guy on the neighborhood block with the bad yard, that doesn't take care of his yard. That can't be me. So I was like, okay, I gotta do it. So I got a new lawnmower, I did some real adult stuff today. Which is fair because last night I played Tomodachi Life until 1 in the morning. And that game bangs, man. That game bangs. So I made, let's see, who did I make so far? I made myself. I made Phoenix Wright. I made Aqua and Kazuma from Konosuba. And I made Makima from Chainsaw Man. And I'm probably going to make Denji too. But in what is probably the most unlikely of pairings, the first couple on my island, or they're not an official couple yet, but the first people who are starting to show interest in each other are Phoenix and Aqua from Konosuba, which was not the pair that I had in mind, but alas, hey, you know what? Let love be love. Press is finally accepting Unk status. Honestly, I thought about this because as I was mowing the lawn, I was like, this is kind of relaxing. Like, this is kind of nice. Broken Broker Duo, literally. They're gonna, well, except I don't know how it's gonna go because when I was logging off, Phoenix was marching away and he was really angry. And he was like, I can't believe Aqua said that to me. And then I went and checked on Aqua, and she was so happy, and she had no idea. So I need to log back in and try to find out what's going on with these two lovebirds. I will show you guys my island at some point. If you missed the end of the Pokemon Champion stream, my capture card shit the bed. It just doesn't work anymore. And so there will be a little bit of delay until I can play more Pokemon Champions on stream, or any Switch game for that matter, until I get a new capture card. It just stopped working. Hello, Caleb. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Well, I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. I have a pretty sharp 9 p.m. Eastern cutoff, so we've got a good 2 hours to get through the investigations, which should be enough time. Assuming I had opened the game. While I'm opening the game, I think I kept telling you guys, I was trying to get an old CRT TV for my upstairs gaming room so that I could hook my GameCube up to it, and I got it. And it's really cool. It's behind me and everything. I didn't realize, I kind of forgot in my old age how loud those things are. Those things are loud. They give you that really high-pitched ringing noise. Now, to be fair, the fact that I can hear that ringing noise means that my hearing is still pretty good. It's still in tip-top shape. But man, it's kind of loud. You get used to it. After like 5 minutes, I was fine. But it's cool. Finally here for the start of a stream again. Heck yeah, heck yeah. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope everybody had a chill week. This was one of my busier weeks of the month, but I kind of crushed it, low-key. Like, I feel good. I feel like we did, I did everything I needed to except stream on Tuesday. Shout out migraines. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. We are going into the investigation, which I guess is technically gonna be like day 1 of the investigation, since it's a new trial story thus far, just to catch you guys up. We technically won our verdict. We got Ron DeLight proven not guilty, which is great for him, except for the fact that in proving that he did not commit the crime as Mask Damask, we may or may not have put him at the scene of the crime for the murder of his company, his former company's CEO. Sorry, Ron. That's not ideal. But alas, we're here to save him, but we're gonna have to do some snooping around. I got a portable monitor to play on my dad's old 360, Gears of War and Resident Evil. I'm so jealous. I would like to get a 360. I was never an Xbox kid. I only had the Nintendo systems growing up. I didn't have an Xbox or a PlayStation. I could only ever play them when I was at a friend's house. So there is like a huge backlog of these old retro games that I really want to play, and I would love to play through them on my CRT setup. Excuse me. I may have a little bit of a cough today. I'm not sick, but because I was doing yard work, I do think I got a little bit of allergies. So I might have a little bit of a cough. Apologies ahead of time. I'll try not to be too obnoxious about it. But alas, we did show that Luke at me was mask to mask. Hit the nail on the head there. How about that? But unfortunately, now our buddy here, Ron, is the suspect of a much greater crime, which is not ideal. Larry came back, and now it's Coffee Man versus Coffee Man because we met our boy Godot as well. A new up-and-coming prosecutor, I guess, much like Phoenix was. Never lost a case. Also never won a case. I guess technically he lost the last one. If you wanna get real technical. Oh, keep Gumshoe on screen. I'm adding him to my Tomodachi Island. I need him for reference. Here. Take a quick screenshot. That way you take a picture. It lasts longer. Take a quick screenshot. I want to add Gumshoe too. I don't know if I want to add him or Miles Edgeworth next. Apparently, Miles Edgeworth might have some competition if he wanted to take Phoenix's hand in marriage with Aqua from Konosuba. October 13th, 3:02 p.m. Wright & Co. law offices after the trial. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Karain Village for a little while, if that's all right. Oh? Why? I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. That's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No. You have to stay, Maya. No, Mystic Maya. You should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, if she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to Pearls. I wonder if mask to mask, like if that's done, or if we're still technically going to be playing into that a little bit. The case is technically done, but I'd be shocked if we don't hear at least a little more from our buddy Detective Atme. Now remember, no fighting, okay? I don't think we've ever really fought. My glasses are filthy. Holy smokes. She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first, we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Ms. Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. I don't know if she's... Maybe, you know, she seems pretty laid back. Maybe she is down to talk about motorcycles, even when her husband's on trial for murder. You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Everybody's calling me Nicky boy now. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved that we got the sacred urn back, though. You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't haw me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Ami, like it always used to. Yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. Oh, we can't be done with the mask to mask case. We can't be done with that because there's still so much to be thought about. Why did the statue move? Why is there like paint on the urn but also paint on the floor where the statue was? Okay, I bet we're not done with that yet. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I am. Here's our repairer in question. That particular repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Karain Village. I suppose. What if it is a fake? That would be crazy. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Karain Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Karain Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies might happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That was a pretty real tragedy. The murder in her village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That was a good case. I liked that one. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up. That's understandable. Sounds like being the master of Karain is gonna be a heavy responsibility. Alright, enough sad talk, Maya. Let's move out. Let's go talk to our buddy Ron. This is what I'm most curious about right now. I already told you, it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge too. You think so? I think he looks the same as he always does. This guy hasn't moved since the very first time I opened this game. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Alright. I'm coming back for you, Ron. Don't think you're getting away with this without answering some questions. Maya needs therapy. Yeah, I'll say. I mean, to be fair, that was a pretty scarring case. Your aunt trying to frame you for murder has got to take its toll on you. October 13th, Mask to Mask's hideout. Nicky boy, Maya, Ms. Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. All right, I'll poke around, see what I can find out. Really? You serious? I'm happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Ms. Delight had such a vulnerable side. To be honest, I didn't know how much help you were going to be for the theft case, and you came in pretty clutch, so if you just keep poking your nose where it may or may not belong, I'm sure you can figure something that'll help our case here. That's actually believable that he wouldn't hurt a fly. Oh, for sure. I don't think he has the ability to hurt a fly. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and scream, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Ms. Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you that's just a fantasy for him. Well, maybe it's time we stop playing the games for a little bit, huh, Ron? maybe we stop joking around. Ms. Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Hey, opposites attract. I mean, he's right. They are actual night and day. But opposites attract. Look at Phoenix and Aqua from Konosuba. They're doing great together. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. Oh, Ron, you dog. What? For you? Interesting. So she fell first. I hate these kind of people more than anything. You mean you mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Huh. So then you must mean thieves. No, they're all right too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yeah, obviously, the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmy knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions? That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, "The ace detective isn't in right now." But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. You go, girl. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. He did not do a very good job at hiding it, I will say. We saw that bag there yesterday, too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Ms. Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there. Ron, I thought you guys were pretty open with each other. And yet, according to what we heard today... Don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Maybe he does have it in him to hurt a fly. You gotta be pretty strong if you're a security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Ms. Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you weren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? I'll pass, thanks. I'll ride my own bicycle, maybe take a car or something. Something a little more my speed, if you will. Oh, why don't you just tell us where it is, and we'll go ourselves. What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Okay, Maya, then you hop on, and I'll meet you there. Ms. Delight told us the location of KB Security. All right, let's head over there then, Nick. Hang on, I have to know more about this budding romance between these two. So, was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yeah, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. I mean, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. Wow, Ron, I see you. I misjudged you, my guy. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. What is this guy wearing? This is a typical ski mask. What is this a bag? What is he wearing? Please stop it, he screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. My goat! My goat! All by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yeah, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. Oh, Phoenix is crying. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. Maya, we did that. we already been down this route. That possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Ron's so cute. I love Ron. I like both of them. Oh, it's a stocking? That makes sense. It didn't do a very good job at concealing his face. Alright. Oh, we can still go back to Atmy's, huh? I wonder if he's there now. The past also, not just in the future. Maybe a little bit in the past. Although we couldn't find her. But if I knew where she was, I would have come to her rescue. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually mask to mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed Gumshoe isn't anywhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But wasn't he in charge of the mask-to-mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. I wonder if there's anything that we can look at that would be new here, but it doesn't look like it. Our magnifying glass. Oh! I was going to say our magnifying glass wasn't yellow, so I just pressed enter anywhere. Hey! You guys! We're investigating this place, so keep your hands to yourselves. Jeez, these policemen sure are a bunch of sourpusses. Well, Mr. Ace Detective did make complete and utter fools out of them. What's all this now? Move it along, the show's over. Doesn't look like they're going to let us investigate. I guess we might as well call it a day for this place and go look somewhere else. All right. Let's go back then to the CEO's office. Nice place. Futuresque. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What does that got to do with literally anything? Hey, it's you guys! Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. That's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, "That was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal." Ho, ho, ho. He's Santa Claus now. Or it's something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? if the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway, the point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Talk to me, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. We'll keep it between us, man. No one's gotta know. Come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? I won't cry on you, pal. These two, I think, are, could be very, very good friends. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 o'clock this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 o'clock in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Mask the Mask was stealing the urn, huh? Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, October 12th, 1 a.m. Cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. Boom, 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 boom. He says this about every murder, and he hands over the information every time. He does like us. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside the safe. Safe? It is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. So the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out. Aha, here we go. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Bullard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. Okay, well, what about at me, buddy? For a security company, having your CEO get murdered in office gotta be embarrassing. It is a little ironic, isn't it? I wonder if they had security posted. I didn't think about that, but you're right. It's probably not great for business, is it? So, what happened to Mask the Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean Detective at me. Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Gumshoe, I kind of agree with you. You gotta be feeling pretty vindicated right now. He's a better detective than Atme was anyway. Not even close. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heists took place. I was hiding at the scene of the crime. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. He didn't want to make himself look too bad, losing case after case after case, so he had to give himself a little win in there. Sprinkle in a little W for him. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. The first one? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief's already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Interesting. This guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it. Newspaper clipping added to the court record, an article on Mask the Mask's first heist. Hang on, we saw this security guard somewhere? Do we know this dude? Can I read it? No. Do we know this guy? This isn't Meekins, is it? I'm pretty sure that when you get knocked out, most times you wake up a few seconds, depending on some things. Really? I was gonna wonder that. I feel like if you're out cold for a really long time, you should probably go to the hospital. And Atme seemed like he just kept trucking along. I mean, to be fair, in the second game, we got hit over the head and we went right to trial. So I guess to each their own. That prosecutor, I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right. He said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Interesting. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea. You were so unpopular. I don't think that's what he meant, Maya. That's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. I wonder, maybe he was like a defense attorney. Maybe he was a defense attorney turned prosecutor or something. A super attorney from somewhere else? Could be. Could also be like a Franziska von Karma type thing, right? I think she was from Germany. Like she made her name for herself in Germany and then came back from there. Could be. Is there anything good I could show Gumshoe here? Off rip? Doo. Nah, I don't think so. Not right. Not yet, anyway. Ah! Alright, let's see. There's a bunch of stuff to examine. So this is how he fell out of this safe. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah. I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? No. She can't be serious, can she? Not what I meant, but close enough, Maya. Ew. Think about it. A dead guy was laying in here all night. Yeah. By the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened this safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I got some bad news for you, pal. You ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this thing, pal. Yeah? And? Everyone that knows how to open this safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. Uh-oh, I know where this is going. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron Delight. Ron was a big shot. Have you played High on Life, Press? No. I don't think I've heard of High on Life. What's that? What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief? Ron. So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah. Sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Yikes. It's alright, I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this. Gumshoe seemed to say that the murder weapon would have been something in this room, right? But I gotta imagine it's already been removed. Like, I don't think we're gonna find it. Look at that huge framed photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he had, or maybe he was just a bad photographer. Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. God, holy morbid. Have we used the sword yet? No. No, yes, we did. We did because in the last case, Atme said that his back was turned, and we presented this because this was showing that it was a blow to the back of the head. What's this button? There's a button here. Let's see. Whoa! Maya, don't go pressing things. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. That was pretty funny, huh? Sure. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right there on the panel. You're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions? Me? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? But it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Well, now we got Maya's on there, at least. Oh god, we can't deal with another Maya in court incident. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Emergency buzzer added to the court record, connected to the basement security guard office, no fingerprints. Interesting. This must be the CEO's desk. A lot simpler than I would have thought. That looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. You know what, Maya? Normally I'd say stop touching things, but your curiosity is what made us win in the theft case by peeping into that guy's bag, into Luke Atme's bag. So honestly, you seem to be on a lucky streak. Go do your thing. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you. Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. And we're getting up and we're moving on. These look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Why are you trying? Don't strain yourself. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filed with bunches of files. Or it looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading if you've got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, UFOs or something. Sorry to disappoint you, Maya. What do we got here? Check out this big, thick binder. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Maya's been hitting the gym. Reading a file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! What did you find? This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him. What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. A list. Tier of Eminon, 100 grand. Oh, he is going after the expensive stuff. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then 100 grand is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. That number sounds kind of low. You think so? I mean, I guess if it's a priceless artifact, you'd expect it to be in the millions. But I wouldn't listen, 100 grand. That's nothing to sneeze at, man. I just ate the best steak. I'm so jealous. I love a good steak. I love a good steak. What kind was it? Was it a filet? A ribeye? I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list here. Kane's list added to the court record found on a table at the crime scene. What else we got here? I think that's most of it, right? That might be just about everything. Alrighty. Oh, Gumshoe! I forgot to tell you. We met Larry. Detective Gumshoe, what about this person? Oh, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Security guard office. Whoa! This looks like something out of a movie. Is this what is this what security offices really look like? This looks like something straight out of a sci-fi film. A sirloin. Yum. Yum. Wow. This is really something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. I just remembered Larry might be... Hey, Nick! What's up? What's up, Larry? So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here I was, working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder scene. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Show him Godot's profile. Gumshoe or Larry? If it's Gumshoe, I will go back if you think it's worth it. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Is that so? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here's a different story. Excuse you? We're a package deal, buddy. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Well, excuse you. Show Larry Godot's profile? Okay. Larry, check this guy out. There's something I want you to look at. Hey, Nick, I told you, I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, all right? Oh, is that right? Oh, naturally, I've got time for you, though, Maya. Again, Larry, package deal going on here. You have to deal with both of us. We're gonna have to squeeze this guy if we want to get any more info out of him, huh? I got the timing wrong. Later, then? Okay, later. Book it. Book it. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. You can't just give away information for free. Well, I don't have any money, and you still owe me for 2 years ago. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Nothing about Larry screams professional. Can you talk to him, Maya? Maya, go in there. Go do your thing. Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? I like that. This kitten's got some claws. All right. You really want to know? It's that easy, huh? Tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLight was fired. A year ago? And Desiree thinks he still works there? Ron? Ron, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? There's some really fun flavor text in this case. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If anything stands out that I would miss, let me know as long as it's not like an actual spoiler. You know what I mean? And there is no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. Well, there's our motive for him, unfortunately. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. No, Larry, that's only something that you do. Me and Phoenix, once again, same wavelength. And so what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors, all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's anything small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. Nod, nod. After you get Larry to actually give you information, you should be able to get the flavor text. Okay, okay. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Larry? Larry? Why do you say that? Larry? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time, and even if you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here, buddy. Give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Holy, twist the knife in deeper, why don't you, Maya? Anyway, the point is, you were here that night, right? Larry! We're supposed to be pals! Oh, come on! Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Larry! You can talk to me, man! Don't do me like this. Well, it's like I always say, that was then, this is now, okay? It looks like I'm gonna have to break his psych locks after all. You brat, Larry! What are we dealing with here? I doubt I have the evidence, but I at least want to know what I'm looking for. Larry! You don't have to hide anything from me. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Ms. Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. $1? Larry's feeling pretty confident. Larry and Nick are having a breakup era. The girls are fighting. I can't believe it. I can't. He wants to leave me. He wants to leave me for Maya. That's messed up. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? No evidence that he left his position. Nope. Nothing yet. Yeah. Anything worth showing him, though? Office key card? Larry, something I want you to look at. I told you I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. Maya, get in there. Do your thing. I don't have time to sit and chat with you, all right? Okay, okay. Well, any idea what this would be about, Larry? No? What about the wallet? Did you notice the wallet? Wow, this guy does not want to talk to us. All right. I suppose we can examine a little bit. Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. All right. Let's take our bets. How many commandments is Larry to break? I'm gonna bet he breaks 3 of them. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. While I don't have any evidence that he doesn't obey his superiors, I don't think I would clock him as the type to do so. However, I don't have the evidence to support it, so I'll give him that one. Number 2, respect thy superior. I will not be giving him that one. Number 3. Smile at thy superior. If superior is a woman, I bet he's copping a big old grin. I'll give him that one. Salute thy superior. Again, if superior is a woman, I feel like he would probably do anything. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. If Larry's superior is a woman, I feel like he would buy donuts on command. If it was me asking Larry for donuts, I don't think that there would be a chance in the world that I see those donuts. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Would you look at that? Well, I'll tell you right now, Larry's not buying donuts for Wendy. He's not respecting or saluting her either. What is Wendy Oldbag doing as the supervisor? We're not going to have to deal with her again, are we? Oh, no. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Oh, trust me, buddy. We're aware. Cross her and you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yeah. Sounds scary, all right. Fortunately, she's on vacation. Thank the Lord, baby. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Whew. Thank God. You know, I've been saying she needs to take some PTO. She earned it, the hard worker that she is. Hey, Larry. That's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. Of course you were. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, greenhorn? And so you hung your jacket on the important lever. Why? Because it got me curious. Oh boy. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. But the problem is, Larry, you still touched the lever. So it was kind of an accident it was an avoidable accident. I don't know if that passes, buddy. I think you would still get in some pretty steep trouble. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh? It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. What is this futuristic tech they got going on down here? What is going on here? Take a look at these things. Larry, what are they? Did you say, Hey, man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh, boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? That's a really good question. I feel like Larry's charismatic enough, though. I feel like he could work his way into a job interview, and you wouldn't realize he's a bad worker until after the fact. I was AFK. Did you break his locks? No, we have to find some proof that he left his post, which we don't have right now, I don't think. I don't think the fifth one would be true for all security guards, just Larry. Fair. Fair. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Weird old lady. Tea spilled all over that machine. Don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled chalky milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. I think we just look at the chair, and then I doubt we can do any more. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. Must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere. Instruction manual. What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. Maybe we should find the instruction manual first, Larry. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, you heard that. My bad. Alright, just got a Discord achievement. Smells like old bag. Inspect everything having to do with Wendy old bag. That's funny. Those screens there show what's going on all over the building. Everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking! It was a professional investigation, alright? I gotta imagine that something like a place like this with all these screens, probably with Old Bag and Larry pulling the chains, is not operating up to par. Larry's too busy doing whatever Larry does, and who knows what celebrity Wendy Oldbag is obsessed with at this moment that's probably taken up 90% of her mind. I'm not surprised, after all, that the CEO of this security company got murdered. It seems like things are pretty lax around here. Alright, Larry. I will be back for you, buddy. Gumshoe? Have a great day. I love you. Let's go pay Adrian Andrews a visit. The Treasures of Karain exhibit is all ruined now. I'm sorry. It's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we've got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure. Maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask Damask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. Whoa! That's brilliant, Nick. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. They can afford the fancy tech, but not a competent worker. Yeah, it seems they're pretty low staff, too, if it's just Larry and Oldbag. Larry's coat hanger in the security office looks like an emergency lever or something similar. I really want to find out what happens if we pull it. I really hope we get to pull it. Let's go back down to the basement. Adrian! Where are you? Hello. It's you, Mr. Wright. Ms. Andrews, what's she still hanging around here for? So, how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Well, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yep. It was brought in during the trial today. Really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask Damask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Adrian, my ray of sunshine in this crazy case. They should probably hire Adrian if she wasn't such a bad luck magnet. Adrian would get that place whipped into shape. But you're right, she is a bit of a bad luck magnet. But no offense to Larry. Well, Adrian Andrews, I feel like, would be in a position that's higher than Larry. Full offense to Wendy Oldbag, Adrian would run that place way better. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. It looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atby again? About 20 days ago. And when was it that Mask Damask's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. so he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Mask to Mask murdered someone as well? That's how things look right now, at least. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even caught a glimpse of him. He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well. I'm so glad you got your sacred urn back. Yeah, but there's still something about it that bothers me. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Ms. Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh. Adrian, not you too! Cyclops. Shoot. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Ms. Andrews. All right. Just like Larry, I doubt we have enough evidence, but let's at least see what we're working with here. Just 2 of them, so nothing crazy so far. Ms. Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today, it's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake. You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Any evidence that the urn submitted was genuine? I don't think so. Tear of Emanon, 100k. Crown of Bangora, 150k. Left Hand of Hades, 240. Portrait of Megina, 500k. Nothing about the urn. Any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? I'll be back for you. Let's see if anything else is worth digging into. That's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Oh wait, we already did. We already checked everything here. I don't think there's anything new, but I would like a little more info on this paint here. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shockingly pink. I don't see how the color of the paint's in any way important. Does this have any paint on it too? Well, if someone moved it, it was probably Mask to Mask. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Omni while he stole the urn. Okay. So not here, but we will come back for Adrian Andrews. In the meantime, I would like to go to the detention center, and hopefully someone is ready to talk to me, and they're not. Alrighty, well in that case, let's take a look at our new evidence here. An article on Mask to Mask's first heist, but we can't read it. I'm sure she polished it well, but it looks like perfectly intact. So for all we know, it was a fake for the event. Could be. Could be. I feel like it does look different than this. Just because the letters are arranged properly. I don't know, though. I don't know. What am I missing here? You haven't given me any psych locks. You're an open book, and I appreciate that about you. These guys aren't going to let me do anything in here. Alright, let's go pick Larry's brain a bit more. Let's talk, Larry. An article on mask to mask. Oh, maybe he can tell us about the buzzer. No. He can't tell us about the buzzer. Can you tell us about Kane's list? No. Can he tell us about anything? No. Look, Larry. Girl. Wow. He doesn't even care. 4 locks and like no good evidence. That's what I'm saying. It feels like we're missing something. It feels like we're really missing something. Do 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 do. But I don't know what else we do in here. All right, we can go probably show Gumshoe a couple of things. What do we want to show Gumshoe? I would like your opinion on the blackmail letter, actually. This seems like it's relevant to the case. About this blackmail letter. I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, but what was it that made him quit? He didn't quit, though. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Nothing doing there. Unless it opened up new dialogue, which it did not. Do we know why he was fired? No. Not yet, at least. Not yet. His wallet and this key card, huh? I think we need to ask Mr. Delight some more about those two things. Yeah, but he won't let us talk to him. This was his first heist, and I guess I underestimated him. I was sure I was going to get him, so I was careless and lost the info on the witness. By witness, do you mean the guard in this photo? Yeah, he and the detective worked together to try catching Mask to Mask. But he got away anyway, huh? That guard. I got the weird feeling that I've seen him around lately. What do you mean by that, Gumshoe? What do you mean by that? Tell me. Come on. So about this. Huh? What's that? Wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? Nothing. Just my billfold. That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to keep this one close to our chest. I forgot about the blue badger. I haven't seen that thing in a long time. There's a limit on how much my brain can hold. I got 2 ears and 2 eyes, but I only got 1 brain. That's so funny, dude. I love Gumshoe. Well, shoot, man. Maybe I can show him some profiles. I always knew there was something suspicious about that at-me guy. And I was right. Turned out that the mask was really that ace detective in disguise. You really thought that? Huh? Of course! It's the stone-cold truth. Sooner or later, a guy like that always shows his true colors. Yeah, well, I think we saw a little too much of his colors today. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one. What do you know about this guy? That guy's a real puzzle if you ask me. Then maybe I should be asking you. Do you know something about him? Why would I know something? Well, it sure sounded like you two knew each other from the way you acted today. It's Mr. Godot that acts like he knows Nick, not the other way around. Exactly. You'd think I'd remember someone like him. I wonder if his mask is gonna come off. And it'll clear something up, maybe. I still say the whole thing's a bit suspect. Can you tell us about this guy? Detective Gumshoe. Tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Yeah. The victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. There we go. Whoa, wrong run, wrong one. Fat fingered it. Do. Here we go. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh, I see. And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet, and you're not getting a raise. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. So that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. No. No, you're plenty shifty already, Maya. Apparently, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Well, this guy sounds peachy. That's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter. So Bullard sent Ron the blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Interesting. Well, Ron's got a lot of motive here, unfortunately for us. Phoenix probably doesn't have much in that wallet since he isn't paid that we know of. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maya needs to lean away from me because we are one and the same with our funds. I can't imagine. I don't even know if we got paid for that last case that we just did. We technically won it. I feel like we should get paid, but man, it feels like we lost it. Interesting. Can I present this blackmail letter to Gumshoe now? About this blackmail letter. Oh no, we just did this one. I was hoping it would give us a new dialogue since he brought it up himself, but no, it doesn't look like it. But we know that it was him that sent the blackmail letter to Ron. I wonder if she has anything to say about the blackmail letter. Do you know about this? Is that a letter addressed to my Ronnie? Sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's businesses. No, but this is important, Desiree. Please entertain it. It looks like Ms. Delight doesn't know about it, which means she has no idea that her husband was being blackmailed. That's tough. That is tough. It feels like he's a much better worker and is a lot more diligent than in the previous games. Which one? Gumshoe? Gumshoe's on his game right now. Okay, so we've already got info on the victim and how he was a little bit, maybe not the best dude. Maybe caught up in some shady business. I wonder if this now means we can go to the detention center. It does not. It does not. Okay. Interesting. Who is this guy? Why is everyone saying we know this guy if it's not Officer Meekins? Is it Officer Meekins? I'm so down for it to be Officer Meekins. We have not seen that dude in a long time. We need to find... Oh, you know what we could do? If we need to find proof that Larry wasn't in the room, then we need to figure out if anyone saw him the night of the crime. This is the guy who delivered Ronnie's wallet. He's got some issues, doesn't he? That's putting it lightly. Let's just say his flirting style's pretty obvious. Pretty stale, too. It's pretty sad when the only thing you remember about a man are his lame pickup lines. What's even more sad is said man probably believes in those like they're his lifelines. Looks like he blew it again, huh? Poor guy. You want the loud radio back in court. The one with the... Oh, I wonder if Shelly DeKiller's coming back at some point. I kind of hope so. He was a pretty intriguing character. Since there is a whole lineage of DeKillers, if that's what you're talking about by the radio. I would be so down for that. Do. All right, Larry. Let's get down to business, buddy. Me and you. What do you know about this guy? Dude, he doesn't want to talk to me at all. That's crazy. Wasn't this guy like your boss? Oh, I meant Meekins. Oh. I'm down for having Meekins back in court. I like him. I think he's a good dude. No, okay, we're not gonna get anything out of Larry, it seems. Which is really unfortunate. So, do you know anything about the sacred urn? In court today, Ms. Delight brought the urn back, but it's a little different from the urn I remember. And that's when this comes up. She knows something about the urn. Does Adrian know something that she's not telling us? You know what I could try here? I want to find out about the murder, but I also want to find out about the urn. I'd like to know myself, another loose end to tie up, I guess. You know what I would like to do? Is what if we presented this and essentially said, hey, I am versus Ami. These are two different things, but one of them seems fixed. I don't know if that'll work or not. We can try it. Why not? We've got a full health bar. What do we got to lose? I don't know how else I would show proof that I have that the urn is a fake. Ms. Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? The urn that was submitted before the court today is not the same urn as before. Maybe it isn't the same, it could be a fake. You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Oh! Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Maybe this? Well, Miss Andrews. See, look, it was a fake after all. I mean, your evidence is fake too, as I expected. Guess this isn't gonna help much, huh? So, have I convinced you, or do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Genuine. Just letting you know that I may leave randomly during stream to do something or hang out with friends. No worries, no worries. Whenever you gotta go, go do your thing. Alright, let's see. Any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? No. Nothing. But I still have a couple things I maybe want to show her. New things that we didn't have before. Maybe the blackmail letter? I'm sorry I can't help more, but I'm so busy taking care of everything in front of me. I still haven't given up on the Treasures of Karain exhibit. Looks like the treasure exhibit is the only thing she has on her mind. What if we presented this to Larry? This key card, that could work. Or maybe the gumshoe? Okay, that's where we're going next if we can't get something out here. Nothing. And I doubt any of these are... Oh, maybe? Maybe this. No. I thought maybe she'd be interested in something related to mask, but I guess not. I guess not. Oh, oops, sorry. Whoa! Look like I bulked up a little. Well, sheesh. Alright, let's see. What did she say here? The security camera was provided by Lordly Taylor Department Store. I took a close look at it on the day after the theft. The timestamp on the photo is definitely real. Dang, okay. Then let's go. I would like to show... Oh, no. I would like to show to Gumshoe here. This card, this key card. This is proof that Ron DeLight was here at the crime scene when the murder happened. His wallet and his key card. Okay, let's show it to Larry. I don't know if that... Larry doesn't seem like he wants to talk to me, but I will make him talk. Wait a second. I think I know what to... Would presenting this prove that Larry wasn't there? Because he would have seen him come in? I'm gonna try it. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? But didn't you sneak out to go see Miss Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out, and I'll bet you $1. Do you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened. He would have seen this punch card be used. Oh my gosh, it was right under our nose the whole time. I'm glad I found it. That sounds like a good theory. That was it took me a while to get there, but we eventually got there. It only took me flipping through my evidence like 8 times. This is the key card to the CEO's office, right? Yeah, that's right. This key card was found inside a wallet. This wallet, you know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar. You hand-delivered this wallet to Ms. Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday, and I also expect Larry to remember anything that has any involvement with a girl whatsoever, because it seems like that's the only thing that is ever on his mind. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning. That's right, Larry. In other words, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. There goes one. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. We do? We know that. Of course we know! Of course we know that! And we know that because we know that because we know that. Why do we know that? The killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. What does the blackmail letter say? If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to the security office at 1 a.m. I mean, that makes sense to me. We have the blackmail letter and it doesn't say come at 10, it says come at 1. No, that one's not good enough. Boy, you really had me scared. I've never seen anyone look so relieved in my whole life. What's with that little lamb that can't get the sleep look on your face? I guess I'm gonna have to rattle his cage a little more. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. And we know that because... Why do we know that? I mean, he died at 1 a.m. Since we read left to right, which makes it weird to me that the locks break right to left. I never noticed that. I never noticed that. I wonder if it's because that's how you read manga. Is right to left, and it's a Japanese game. I never even... That's a good observation, though. Do they always go right to left? Huh. No fingerprints on it. Do we know? Doesn't this tell you when people go in? And it's not the blackmail letter. This isn't even there. This is the security camera photo. This is for the mask to mask case, which I don't think is relevant right now. Found in KB security building at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. It could be Ron's wallet. I feel like it's kind of the office key card. Again, I don't think I'm going to present it again. That feels wrong. But, I mean, I'm not crazy, right? Because this would have a log that says it was used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 a.m. Okay, yeah, we just presented again. Whew, the game's trying to pull a fast one on me there. Larry, when you use this key card, does it not leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. Can you show it to my partner Maya over here? That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that's supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant, coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this card to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh, Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to talk. I feel like you go to Old Bags since she's a superior, but okay. Well, Old Bags is on vacation and it doesn't look like they have a very solid plan in place for when she's away. But I feel like normally it would go through Old Bag, which if I'm being honest, isn't much more promising. Alright, buddy. Tell me about it. Night of the crime. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her. And he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend, who was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So, is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How could I ever make it up to you, Nick? What can I do? What? Oh, Larry. He's curled up on the floor crying like a baby. Oh, no. Nick, is there anything I can do? Anything. Just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it, I swear. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Oh, I wonder if this is where I can present Godot's profile now. I'm gonna try. No matter how much you hate Old Bags, you have to admit if she was there during that night, she would have stopped the murderer. Yeah? Yeah, I would say she'd at least try. And that ray gun, I don't know what it's made of, but it's got power, man. We know that firsthand. Larry, you know this dude? I'm really sorry, Nick. I swear I want to change my ways. But the thing is, I just don't have any interest in men. What? Larry, that's not what... This guy really needs to get his mind out of the gutter. Larry's your stereotypical guy, all right. Larry, that's not what I meant, man. That's really funny. That's really funny. What does he look like under the mask? I wonder if we've seen this dude somewhere. Maybe this is Pain. This is Pain in his Super Saiyan form, where he grows his hair back. All right, Larry, now let's get down to the real business. There's a lot of questions. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Uh-huh. Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am. As long as his Donna hasn't called beforehand, that is. Wow. That was pretty good. Thanks. I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. All right. I'm prepared to be wowed. After a suntan? Nah, it's the lighting. It's just the lighting looks weird. It's not the lighting in the photo that looks weird. It's the lighting in the courtroom. It makes Payne look so old, you know? I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt an wait-and-see approach. This guy is terrible at his job. At least this job. Not all jobs, but I don't know if he's got it cut out to be a security guard. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Back to talking about the night of the murder. Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it. Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Of course not Larry. Do you think you could take just one more look for me? Pretty please? No, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could... Uh-oh. What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake. Of course you did. But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Oh, Larry. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. Interesting. Oh, Larry. Anything else we can present to this guy? So what about this? Huh? Maya, you shouldn't have. A love letter for me? No, sorry. This is a blackmail letter. How do you know about that, Maya? Huh? How much is Alexis demanding this time? Who is Alexis? And what dirt does she have on Larry? Didn't we show him this letter yesterday too? I'm pretty sure we did. Jeez, man. I don't know what this guy's going through, but it seems to be a lot. We're gonna have to put Larry down soon. He can come back from this. He's just really not cut out for this job. But I'm sure he was really good at, what was he selling? Was it the hot dogs? Wasn't his business booming then? That's the wallet I found. You found it when you snuck out of work to get socked in the kisser, right? I didn't sneak out of work to get socked in the kisser. If only I had been more responsible at work, I might have spotted the murderer on the monitor like I was supposed to. Larry, you really do feel bad, don't you? Yeah, well, maybe it's all for the best. I think it's brought Desi and I closer together. I don't think so. In fact, when I tell her that you're the reason her husband's on trial for murder, I don't think she's going to be very happy with you. I guess you're not the full reason, but part of the reason. Just like they say, every cloud has a silver lining. You gotta see that old water glass as half full, am I right? Now we're starting to sound like the Larry I know. Don't forget, Nick. Half full. Yeah, no, this was 100% preventable. I don't know if Larry would have been able to stop the actual crime. If this office is on the 3rd floor and the CEO's office is on the 1st floor, I don't think Larry would have been able to get there in time. But he would have at least seen the face of the murderer, unless the murderer was wearing a mask, which I would not be surprised, because this seems to be the theme of this case. with Mask to Mask and Godot, so I wouldn't be surprised. But, might have helped a little bit. Could have called the guards, though. Good point. Good point. Could have called the guards. I feel like you should have more than one person in these kind of rooms, though. Maybe that's just me. Ah. Alright, what else do we got to show this guy? Autopsy report? I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just that he seems so, I don't know, pleasant? Let's see, what else? Nothing here. So what to do with this buzzer record now? I wonder if Gumshoe would be interested in this. Normally would be 2 with old bags, but she's out on vacation. Good point. When she comes back from vacation, oh boy, is she going to be pissed. She is not going to be happy with him. He is probably working on limited time right now. Gumshoe, do you have any interest in this? Detective Gumshoe, about this right here. Dang. He's not interested, huh? Then what to do with this? What else could we use Larry for? It sounds bad when I say it like that. What else could we talk to Larry about? Is there anything else that's worth bringing up? Probably not. He's not interested in the mask stuff, I don't think. Yet, at least. But Adrian Andrews, for her psych lock, we have to prove that the urn is the same urn and not a fake. But the problem is I don't have any evidence to say that until we hear from Pearls, right? I feel like Pearl will be able to give us that answer. Let's see. I feel like Pearl would be able to give us that answer. Can we get into the detention center yet? Yes, there we go. Now we can talk to our client. Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight. Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, on the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time, I want to hear the whole truth. Your life literally depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask to Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. Maybe he is Mask to Mask. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Yeah, this guy was crazy. I mean, he's losing his marbles here, and it sounded like he was losing his marbles in the detention center as well. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB security. So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB security, right? Yes, I went to KB security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Now we're getting into the weeds here. Someone? No way! Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Luke at me? No! That was his silhouette. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. No, bro! So that's why you put it in the safe. Golly. Yes, that's right. You idiot, Ron! You idiot, you fool! I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Ron, this sounds so suspicious, dude. What are you thinking? Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kinda sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Oh, Ron, you damn fool. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! You've been hiding that you don't have a job from your wife for a year, Ron? Ron. Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Whew, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. Well, that's true. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money, except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. So he became mask to mask for Desi, huh? You fool. You love-struck fool. We gotta talk, though, because I need to know about this blackmail letter. Was this blackmail letter written by the CEO, Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a key card. And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB. Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then. Huh. I was at KB Security around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the key card. So is that when you dropped it? I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth earlier. Wait a second. If he was clocked on the head, what time was he clocked on the head at? That buzzer was pretty loud. I mean, I get that he's knocked unconscious, but there's no way he wouldn't have heard it, right? I mean, unless he was knocked out. The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Oh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? Unfortunate, but we have a lot of evidence from that room I'm gonna have to get your old opinion on here, buddy. This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask to Mask stole. And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be higher at least 3 times than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. Makes a terrible racket. Sorry, I just love making a lot of noise. Does this buzzer have something to do with the case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. What about the newspaper article? Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Mask to Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask to Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Ah, I see. So that's who this is. Wow, awesome. Wait a second, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick, if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. Newspaper clipping updated in the court record. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Mask to Mask disguise. That's interesting. And I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yeah, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? There's more than one? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. Interesting, Ron. This blackmail letter, is this the first you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yeah, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out about your true identity just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. The jewel? The red diamond, perhaps? No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What are these plans you're talking about? Someone is using Ron to steal it, giving him a good chunk of change, $100,000 or so, but then selling it for a higher price on the black market is what I assume. They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean that the one who planned the heists wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Ron Delight, you weirdo. So Ron was Mask to Mask after all. But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. And then Luke Atme is also Mask to Mask? All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron's testimony added to the court record. From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before you go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Well, at least no Cyclops came out. Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back. Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Karain Village to have it examined. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn, and that is what we can show Adrian Andrews. Whew! That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. A problem? These cute little pink splotches, they said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We've got to find out how they got there. That's the big deal. We've got to find out how they got there, Mr. Nick. Okay, we'll go find out how they got there then. Please don't forget about me. Hard to forget about you, Ron. You sure do leave an impression. Sacred urn refiled into the court record. Found in Atmy's office, covered in pink splotches, but it is the genuine article. And that, my friends, is where we will call this one. This was fun. I really like this case. Really like this case. This is a good start to the game. The baby case was a great start, and then this is a really good one too. Luke would be hella good with the security there, so he would tell Ron how to get it easily. And when Luke wanted him gone, he framed Ron with the murder. Do you think that Luke did a little switcheroo here? Luke was actually there at the scene of the crime committing the murder for some reason, but he purposefully let himself get caught, quote unquote, stealing the urn. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. But that's going to do it for me. I might do an impromptu stream Sunday. I don't know yet. If I do, it would probably be in the afternoon rather than the evening. But other than that, schedule will be out Sunday or Monday for the following week. Whether you are just waking up in the morning, stopping by on your lunch break, or settling in after dinner. Thanks for hanging out, having a cup of coffee with me, and I will see you in the next stream. See ya!